Hello, everybody. I'm here with a Singer Start model number 1304. Um, she said she was having issues. The bottom part had a part fell out, and she couldn't get anything to work in here. So I told her, well, I have to look at it because I really couldn't tell you over the phone what went on. Sometimes when you work with a sewing machine and you work with it a lot, you end up with when the machine gets shaken, when it shakes a lot, when you're really sewing fast and you're doing it really quick, you can actually work parts loose. So I sat and retightened a whole section right in this area. It's the part that goes up and down right here, up and down, and that makes the machine, rotate on the bottom. But if that piece is not connected to this piece that goes across, it will not sew. And she did not bring me a cord, so this is just a cord. I put a makeshift pedal on it because this is a cord that people order cords from me all the time because their dog ate it or something, and then they just change your foot out themselves. So I sat there and thought, well, since I have the cord, I'll go ahead and put it on some little doodad. Anyway, but she said she was having issues. It wouldn't sew on the bottom. Let me see. I'm trying to remember what she wrote. She said that something came loose or something. She didn't know what happened. I told her, whatever you found, put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'll get to it. And then what I did is, let me put my receipt thing down here, and I cleaned her machine, deep cleaned it and everything. Found a couple little like broken needles. Lots of like old grease. I took it out and some dust bunnies. Not much, just a little bit, but a deep cleaning comes with an inspection, so I checked everything out and everything looks fine. This is her reverse. This is her stitch selector. This is a start. It's like a simple, but it's smaller than a simple. Simple sewing machines are much bigger than this one. This is a start, so you can sew just about anything with it. Then you have your tension here, and it's pretty much easy. Whenever you're going to do denim or anything like that, you want your foot down. Your needle can be up or down, it doesn't matter. But you need to move this if you're going to do denim, and you need to go really high. Okay, so you want to bring it down up to like 9 or an 8. Okay, if you're going to do something real lightweight type of stuff, you want to go up on it, but you make sure your foot is down so it clicks in. Okay, because if this is up, you can mess this up, and then you can't sew nothing, and everything comes out all screwy. What else happened? Let's see. I don't think there's anything else. The rewinder works. Excuse the mess. The stinking cat that I have likes to knock everything down. My husband doesn't know what to do with it, so he tusses it back on. And I'm thinking, great, what a mess. Had a really clean place, but now it's not so clean. She keeps knocking everything down. It's like I give up. I don't know what her problem is, but oh well, can't do anything about it. But anyway, let's go on about the sewing machine. I have an old spool here. You want to always start from the back. I put it on here. I don't even know why I did that. I guess that's where I put it. And I stuck it across here, and then you got to go like through this little loop thing here, underneath through the loop thing, down this way. You want to put the foot up so your tension opens up. I can't really touch the tension because it's inside. And then you go down in there and you slide the tension down in there, bring this back up. And then you want to put it in the uptake here. Well, the uptake's down in there, but it's in there. And you want to make sure that gets strung through. Comes down and into a hook and into the needle, which is needles down. Bad me. Anyway, and then this one here is a bottom. I think it's a bottom feed. Yeah, it's a bottom feed. Right here is a bottom feed. Right here, it feeds from the bottom. Got it all back together, all cleaned. And this is her little extra compartment for her extras. So that's all she's got. I don't know if she has a manual or not, but it says here, right here, this is needle size. These are the singers that can actually take a universal needle. Some singers can't. They will not. They have to go with a Singer needle. But this one can take a universal. I put a universal 14 in. 14 is more for like everyday kind of use. If you want to use a heavier needle, like a, what do they call it now? If you want to use a 16 or an 18, that would be for denim. 14, it can be for cotton, light denim. If you want to do anything like heavy, stretchy type material, you want to stick with like a 11, and that's more of a stretchy. If you can get a manual and download it, it'll tell you everything how you need to adjust your sewing machine. This basically is a small stitch. This is large, medium stitch, and this is like for like if you're going to sew denim. This one's for like everyday use, and if you're doing any fine work, I would stick with this. Then you got your little zigzags here, and then your intermitting zigzag, and then you got your drop stitch and then your scallops. And I think I did a, oh yeah, I did a scallop here, intermitting right here, regular zigzag, and like a drop stitch when you're doing like a drop hem. And it all sews pretty good at the bottom too. I had her thread in it and it just kept breaking and I got tired of it. I think sometimes you got to check if your thread is old or anything like that. It'll break a lot. It has nothing to do with the machine. It's just the thread gets old. Let's see what else. Oh, and then if you're going to make a bobbin, you want to put like, well, this one here is supposed to be here. And then you can put one here. I think you kind of thread it through here if you want to, and then, you know, circle it around. I think this one will show you. Yeah, so you crisscross it. You come this way around and you crisscross it so that it don't jump it. That's why they crisscross. Come over here and then you click it in, and then you can adjust this, but don't let it fully adjust and take the screw out because the little nut will fall down in there, and then you have to call me up and I'll have to find it and put it back. And that you can actually move this over a little bit so you can fill it up or not fill it up as much, okay? And the turn on button is over here, right in here. So we turn it on. And let's see, I think everything is it's like a one of those little flat light bulbs in there, so those won't burn out so easily. But pretty much pretty easy. Let me see if I can get the finger foot on the pedal. And I'm going to let you listen to it and see how it sounds. And here we go, got it stitching pretty good, yes. And then we can forward or backwards, forward, backwards, then forward, okay. And then now if you have like issues with your top stitching, it's actually your bottom tension. And if you have your top tension, which people think top tension means top, no, top tension means underneath, okay. This tension's working. And then if you have a tension issue that everything's coming to the top and pulling funny or whatever, then you need to get the bottom tension adjusted. And something that a lot of people can't do, I can teach you how, or I can just do it and get it done quickly. If it's a tension issue and you don't need your machine clean, or you mess something up on it, just give me a call. About an hour's worth of my time, I can go in and I can adjust the sewing machine so it will sew perfectly. Okay? Some people say, well, it shouldn't take that long. Well, if this one's messed up here and the one down below is messed up, then I have to kind of get them both working together so you can get a really pretty stitch like this. And if you want to do some zigzags, you can, I always tell people with the needle up. So when you turn this right here, this little stitchy thing, this thing's moving back and forth. You can break needles and bend them. So you can see what it does. And I see what it does. See how it's moving? And I'm moving it to a basic wide zigzag, and that will move. So you want to lift this up, okay? So it doesn't bend your needle or break your needle. Now this is a really sharp needle, so it's really a good needle. Now we're going to see this one. You can even put it in reverse. You push this down for reverse, and then you go forward again. Like this. I sometimes like to put the needle down so I can turn it better. And then you can see where I had backed up and it's forward, and it's stitching perfectly. Okay, and then we're gonna sit there and we're gonna put this back. Oh, see, got the needle down, so you want to tap this up, up. You don't want to break it or bend it. We're gonna go to a wider stitch. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this video here, and I want to put this in the center so she can see that it's sewing perfectly. There we go, and it's ready to go. So then when she picks it up, we want the hub down, this little hub here. You want it down so it doesn't break, and it stays locked in there. And I'll just turn this back off like that. And it's a really simple, but it's a start, like a beginner start sewing machine. Then whenever you're ready to move up in the world, you can go to the simple I actually do have a simple, but I'm waiting for a part, and it's over there, right there. There's a part's missing, but it's bigger. It's so much bigger, and it does much more stitches. Anyway, if you have a start, I would love to hear from you. I want to know what you like to make and sew with it, or where you got it. Maybe somebody handed down to you or something. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. And like the video, share the video, and let everybody know that I like working on sewing machines. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.